Have you ever wondered why certain stories just stick with us? Why they captivate humanity across literally hundreds of generations? Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the epic historical tapestry of the prophets, drawing directly from the Quran and authentic Islamic sources. You see, these aren't just dry historical accounts. They are living, breathing guidance. Let's take a journey through time and see how these profound real-world events unfold not just as history, but as absolute blueprints for the soul.
So why do the greatest stories actually endure the test of time? It's simple. Because these narratives were perfectly preserved to help us navigate the very real modern hardships we face every single day. The struggles of the prophets, facing total rejection, intense isolation, and seemingly impossible odds, they're really just ancient mirrors that accurately reflect our own human experience today. The Quran itself actually lays this purpose out crystal clear in Surah Yusuf. Surely, in their narratives, there is a lesson for the people of understanding. These stories, they aren't meant to just be read for entertainment. They demand deep, profound reflection. And more importantly, they require practical implementation in our day-to-day lives.
Now, before we start traveling down the timeline, let's do a quick refresher on the messengers themselves. What exactly is the distinction between a Nabi and a Rasul? While both are chosen by Allah to guide humanity out of darkness, the Rasul, or messenger, holds a distinct higher rank. A Rasul is one who has performed miracles, received a new divine book, and established an entirely new code of law, a shra, that abrogates the previous one. So every Rasul is a Nabi, but not every Nabi is a Rasul. Keeping that in mind really sets the stage for the immense weight of the missions we're about to explore.
If we look back, we can see this unbroken divine message flowing through vastly different civilizations. All the way from the deep antiquity of Prophet Nuh, over to Mesopotamia around 2000 BCE with Prophet Ibrahim, then straight into ancient Arabia with Hud and Saleh, and up to the 13th century BCE with Prophet Musa at the Red Sea. Across thousands of years, that core message of monotheism remained absolutely identical.
Section 1. Prophet Nuh and Prophet Ibrahim, establishing faith.
Think about what Prophet Nuh actually faced. Overwhelming, class-based arrogance. The elites literally mocked him. They just couldn't fathom a truth that didn't cater directly to their wealth and social status, especially since his followers were the poor and the weak. And then, centuries later, Prophet Abraham used pure, unadulterated logic to completely dismantle his people's blind devotion to idols. He proved, through brilliant questioning, that true faith requires intellectual honesty, not just blindly doing what your ancestors did.
Next up, Prophets Hud and Saleh, and the divine warnings sent to the powerful ancient Arabian peoples of Ad and Thamud.
Imagine the tragic irony here. The wealthy, powerful people of Ad completely dismissed the divine warnings. So when a devastating storm finally approached on the horizon, their blinding arrogance made them think it was just a rain cloud coming to bring them even more prosperity. Instead, it was their complete and total destruction. It's a terrifying historical warning against extreme arrogance and that dangerous feeling of being safely insulated from the consequences of rejecting the truth.
So, what are the practical takeaways for us today? First off, avoid shirk or associating partners with God in all its subtle forms. Second, be endlessly grateful for your worldly success. Never, ever fall into the delusion that you achieved it solely on your own. That's the exact mindset that led to Thamud breaking their covenants when they slaughtered the miraculous she-camel. And third, have patience. These prophets were mocked endlessly, yet they remained beautifully steadfast.
Moving on to Prophet Yusuf, a true masterclass in patience through severe adversity.
The journey of Yusuf is, well, it's honestly heartbreaking. Just imagine the trauma for a second. Betrayed by his own brothers out of fierce jealousy, thrown into a dark well as a young boy, and then actually sold into the Egyptian slave market for a miserable, cheap price. He was stripped of his family, his freedom, his homeland, the whole shebang. Yet throughout this absolutely terrifying ordeal, he never once lost his connection to his creator.
But what really shines through Yusuf's story is his unwavering moral purity and nobility. As he grew into a young man, he faced an incredible test of character: the attempted seduction by the wife of Al-Aziz, a woman of immense power and beauty. When he refused to compromise his values, what happened? He was unjustly thrown into a dark prison for years. But even down in that dungeon, his dignity and his faith remained completely unbroken.
The timeless wisdom we pull from Yusuf is so incredibly relevant to us right now. It teaches us the critical importance of keeping our trusts, our amanat, of maintaining absolute integrity even when no one is watching, and telling the truth no matter the cost. Above all, it teaches us ultimate sabr, That beautiful, enduring patience. It is the profound lesson of trusting Allah's hidden plans, knowing for sure that sometimes being trapped in the darkest times is literally just the setup for an unimaginable elevation.
Which brings us to the climax. Deliverance, Prophet Musa and Prophet Yunus. Picture the absolute panic at the Red Sea. It is a cinematic moment. The Israelites are completely trapped. An uncrossable sea lies ahead, and Pharaoh's ruthless, charging army is closing in fast from behind. They're terrified, screaming, "Indeed, we are to be overtaken." But watch the supreme, unshakable trust, the tawakkul, of Prophet Musa. Against literally impossible odds, Musa declares, "No, indeed, with me is my Lord. He will guide me." You see, he didn't know how he would be saved, he just knew who was saving him. This shows us that when every single physical exit is blocked, divine help can literally carve a path straight through the sea. It's a guarantee that deliverance will come to the believers.
And then consider the profound mercy shown to Prophet Yunus. Swallowed by a whale, surrounded by utter, suffocating darkness, he called out with absolute sincere repentance, and Allah responded. He was cast out onto the shore, completely exhausted and weak, and Allah caused a gourd vine to grow right over him, providing this miraculous shade and comfort. It's a stunning, beautiful representation of how sincere repentance instantly attracts divine mercy.
Bringing it all together, timeless lessons for today.
Because this right here is the ultimate blueprint for our lives. Iman, an unyielding faith in the oneness of God. Sabr, a beautiful, enduring patience through societal mockery and deep personal trauma. And tawakkul, a complete and total reliance on Allah's wisdom, especially when the odds are stacked entirely against you.
To really absorb these life-changing narratives, it is absolutely vital to seek out these profound stories directly from the source. I highly encourage you to read them in the Quran and strictly through authentic, verified Islamic sources and scholars. The depth, the nuance, the power found there, it goes far beyond what any quick summary can provide. It's literally a direct conversation with the divine.
Empires fall, right? But the faithful are delivered. We've seen the devastating cost of arrogance and the profound, beautiful reward of patience. So as you face your own modern trials, the unique challenges right in front of you, and the choices you make every single day, will you heed the divine lessons woven into the fabric of